of the dodecahedron. But to do that, first of all, we are going here to take just one triangle of the pentagon of the dodecahedron. And one triangle, let's say here is with the dimension 2.33 is the base of the isosceles triangle, and two sides are 3.84. And now if we are taking this in consideration, so this one we can make like in this form, like for example, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, and let's say this in the middle is altitude, and let's say is equal with the h. And what do we have here? In the terms of the variables, we can write this in this form. We can write the hypotenuse is dE square is equal with, let's say here is in the middle, let's say here is m, so the midpoint, em square, and this altitude, let's say I'm writing altitude with the h square. And now instead of the numerical value of the variables, I am going to input here those numerical values. And as we see here, the hypotenuse is a 3.84 square is equal with this value here is half of 2.33 is 1.165 square is a plus h square, and we are squaring everything. We get this value 14.7456 is equal with 1.357 is a plus h square. Then we are simplifying everything and we put it in a calculator, so h is going to end up with 3.66 approximately. 3.66. Now we have this h here. This is done with GeoGebra. And now we want to find the area of one triangle. And as we see here, the dodecahedron, every pentagon, a regular pentagon has all of these triangles has the same, the congruent triangles. So if we can calculate just one, so we don't need to calculate for the rest of them. And so all of them are congruent. So to find this area here, now of the one triangle, we write 1 over 2 time base, which is 2.33, so the base is 2.33, and is a time is the altitude is 3.66. When we calculate everything, so the area is going to be as we have here in the calculated with GeoGebra, or if you are plugging in the calculator, you get approximately 4.26 units square. 4.26 units square. But now we have just for one triangle. But as we see here, one pentagon has five triangles. But dodecahedron has 12 faces, so it means it has 12 pentagons. And to calculate the whole area, so this is just for one triangle. To calculate the area of the whole dodecahedron is equal with the area of the triangle is in fact is the 60 area of the triangle here, of this triangle, which happens to be here 60 times 4.26, and the area of dodecahedron is going to be, when you calculate in a calculator, is 255.834 units square.